swear, being 38 and single with no kids is such a wild ride because one day you can feel like an absolute loser. All of your friends are busy. They're in relationships. You're staying in on a Friday night. You don't have a date. Your hair is slicked back. You don't know what's next for you. It's really overwhelming. You don't know your direction in life. You can feel...
All right. Stop crying for a while so I can introduce you all to the channel. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the desert. Today's episode we'll be checking on some quote-unquote childless, child-free, I forgot the euphemism, child-free women, guys, and single and miserable and pathetic. So we'll take a look at that and then we'll cover some article stories. But now let's continue with this pity party we have going on.
Feel so completely alone. The next day, you can wake up and take a walk with your friend and her cute ass baby. You can make Thanksgiving plans because your parents are going to be out of town and you needed to make some plans. You can go and do an everything shower and blow out your hair. You can put on a cute ass shirt that you just got from Amazon that is your color as a blue spring. And all of a sudden you can feel like you're back in control of your life and it's not that hard and it's not that scary. Is anyone else going through this? Like, one minute I'm confused, the next minute I'm like, this is the life. This is the life.
Yeah, this is the life, guys. I just bought a $20 shirt. I have my nails here. I don't know what the hell she's doing with them. This is the life. She's talking alone in her living room. You know, as we watch this right now, gentlemen, there are women talking to themselves on their living room in front of their black screen devices. It's almost like a Black Mirror episode. This is so dystopian. You have her friends with their babies going to the park, you know, having this fulfilled life, and then she's here trying to, you know, fill the void with consumerism and materialism. Very sad. But now, gentlemen, let's move on to another single and happy and child-free woman.
I'm done giving guys that I meet on Hinge my Instagram. They all ask for it for some reason. But this one guy, we exchanged some messages and he asked for my Instagram. I was like, sure, whatever. He was asking when I was free and I said Saturday. So I'm like, okay, maybe we'll hang out on Saturday. We didn't make any concrete plans or anything. It's not even Saturday yet. But he's looking at all my Instagram stories. I don't really know this person, so I don't love the idea of someone I don't know, but I might go out with, like, looking at my stuff. Either way, our conversation was totally normal, like bland even, just because I don't, you know, we were gonna go out tomorrow. I go on Hinge today and he unmatched me. Trying this today, haven't used them yet, but I've had them sitting on my desk forever. So yeah, he unmatched me and I was like, what? So I go to my Instagram because he was looking at all my shit, following me, everything, whatever. And of course he unfollowed me. So I'm like, okay. And then I'm curious, right? So I go to look in my following and he's not there. He removed himself from my following list. Okay, this is really pretty. And that was so easy to...
Don't care. But you see where this is going, guys. We all know what happened. He added her on Instagram. He found some weird bullcrap and he left. We have to be grateful, gentlemen, honestly, because nowadays it's so easy to spot the red flags that they are poking your eyes. All right, it's so easy. Just go to her socials, check what her friends are her friends 304s? She's a 304. Check how many friends does she have like 2,000 likes on each picture? Yeah, she's a 304. Does she have revealing pictures? 304. What does she do for entertainment, social life? Does she go to clubs? 304. It's so easy nowadays, and we have to be grateful.
To put on, but then I'm even more curious, right? I go to look at my stories that I know he had watched. He's not there anymore. He blocked me. I don't know why. And I don't think it's because, like, I post pictures of my butt, okay? This man's a photographer. I looked at his Instagram. The majority of it was like naked women. He said he was super down to do like a photo shoot. It was so normal. Our conversation was so normal. I have absolutely no idea what I did to get this man to block me. I have other shitty dating stories in my back pocket right now. It's going great this week. Bye.
Don't kiss me with that foul mouth again. Well, gentlemen, we have a woman in her 30s still dating I'm sure Prince Charming is just around the corner. You just wait a bit more. Anyway, gentlemen, let's move on to our last hashtag child-free, hashtag child-free by choice, hashtag 4B, hashtag 4B movement, women of the day.
I'm a 42-year-old woman who doesn't have children and is single. It's not what I imagined or hoped for. I don't know if I identify with being childless or child-free.
Do you guys identify as child-free or childless? Well, let me know down in the comments.
It never felt like a choice not to have children, and for part of my life I grieved not having a child, and then I got a puppy. I guess I never found the right relationship. I could have, at one stage, had a child with the wrong man, but my body took care of that decision for me and I never got pregnant, for which I am eternally grateful. If I could choose, I think I'd be a lesbian and be attracted to women. A lot of the lesbian relationships I'm exposed to look fulfilling, supportive, and equitable.
Oh, well, who's gonna tell her, guys? Let's play that one more time.
Women. A lot of the lesbian relationships I'm exposed to look fulfilling, supportive, and equitable. But I'm attracted to men. I love men. I love their energy, and I really value and enjoy my time spent with my male friends. But as a partner, I'm disappointed and underwhelmed by men, and they do not leave me feeling safe enough to share my life with. Giselle Pellico recently gave up her right to anonymity in order to shift blame from the victim to the perpetrator. She, in my view, is a hero. But I have barely seen any men in the comment sections support her or speak out against her husband or any of the 50-plus men who violated her while she was defenseless. Why is that? I'm white, but I speak out against racism because it's fucking wrong. It's so basic. How do I feel safe? How do I trust a man to share a life with, to raise a child with, when that low bar is not being met in the general population?
Yeah, so modern women, guys, find themselves in this very odd scenario where the men that they agree politically with, they don't like. And the men that they like, because they are masculine, don't agree with them politically. You know, so it's impossible to please them. They want a traditional man that knows how to lead and that knows how to do his job as husband. But those men don't stand for abortion. They don't stand for all this crap, modern virtue signaling, you know, constant whining, complaining, and victim mentality. So it's impossible for them, really.
Personally, the men supposed to protect me have hurt me in the most unimaginable ways. And more broadly, I don't feel like men speak up for the women who surround and love them. So I guess while I don't identify as child-free or childless, maybe sadly, I identify as man-free.
Well, I identify as vomiting in my mouth after listening to that statement. But again, gentlemen, something interesting with this 4B movement and women saying, oh, we're not going to have S3X with men. Wait a minute. You have a lot of quote-unquote allies. You know, you have a lot of blue-haired males, quote-unquote males, that believe in all that you believe in politically, you know? And they have absolutely no morals and no values, and they are just like leaves blown by the wind. They can believe anything that the current narrative feeds them. You know, they're just like NPCs. So why do you have to stop sex altogether? Just stop having S3X with the patriarchal men, the conservative, disgusting, neo-mustache guy adjacent guys. You know, all these bad people, bad wolves. Stop having S3X with them. And you can have S3X with the blue-haired vegan soy boy. Why don't you do that? Well, you see, guys, because women are only attracted to masculine men, to conservative, if you want to call them, you know, to real men, not these soy boys. And the 4B movement just proves that. You gotta love it. But gentlemen, let's move on to articles. Let me know what you think about the TikToks we covered. But now, best way to meet someone without dating apps. First, we're gonna talk about a man, and then for our second article, we'll have a woman. In my 31 male personal opinion, dating apps are cancer. Yes, they can work out for some people, but I just feel like it's ultra rare. yeah, I've mentioned this a couple of times, guys. You can try dating apps, all right? And you can try jumping into the garbage container, and you might find a diamond there, right? It's statistically speaking over a 0%, but I would not advise it. I'm not in the top 10% of guys, just your average fella. I'd like to think I'm a pretty handsome, but nowhere near the top. So for that reason, I just don't think the dating apps are for me. That plus just how awful it makes me feel when I use them. That's very true. I'm not a very outgoing guy. I work a blue-collar job and it takes a lot out of me. I don't like going to bars or clubs. Guys, clubs are the most overrated thing to do. It's so boring being there. Maybe you don't agree, but for me, guys, they're so boring. I've went like 2 times in my life. So boring and interesting. I'd rather watch paint dry than go to one of these clubs. I do like going to do certain events with friends and family. I'm a guy who just wants to spend his off time relaxing and having innocent fun with a woman he loves. I've only been in 2 long-term relationships in my life, and both of these women I met in non-traditional ways. I just don't know where to start, but I really want to find my person. Well, I wouldn't be too optimistic about the future. And guys, I wanted to read this because there are a lot of men in this situation. You're just chill guys. You know, you just want to do your work, do it good, go back and have a relaxing evening with your wife. Maybe drink a glass of wine, have a bit of nice food, watch something, you know, read something. The normal life that men and women have been living for thousands of years. But welcome to modern day dating, where if you're not the top 10, top 20% of men, you're not at the very tippity top, you just get no shit at all. Congratulations. Oh, you might have a chance with one of these 1 in a million women that still have some decency, you know, but the chances are very odd. And as mentioned in previous episodes, gentlemen, women are like a nice parking spot right in the middle of the town. Statistically, they do exist, nice women and good parking spots, but practically you're not going to get there, all right? As mentioned, women and parking spots, the good ones are always taken. How many times have you went to the center of your town and the center of your city and have you seen a free space? They get taken immediately in 2 seconds. One car goes out, another one goes in, right? And that's what happens with good, valuable women. That men are so thirsty for them, they are so desperate to find one of these women, that the minute someone sees that guy, and the minute this woman picks a nice guy because she's a decent woman, she's taken immediately, right? The very few women I've seen that are decent and I will commit to, they are already taken. No, you don't have a chance. So men have come to a point where they have to choose, do I stay single forever and die alone? Not continuing my bloodline, or do I go engage with these 304s where I will be chasing a 200-pound land whale so she can pay me a bit of attention? Disgusting, but well, that's how it is, guys. Anyway, let's move on to the female one. Give it to me straight. Am I just not the one? My partner, 26 male, and I, 26 female, have been together for a little over 3 years. We recently welcomed a little one into the world about a year ago. Am I wrong for feeling sad that he hasn't proposed to me yet? Especially after I gave birth to his child. For context, I have brought this up to him before and he gives me answers such as, I want to be in a better place financially before we get married. This is bullshit. Or, I want to wait until I can get you the ring you deserve. Alright, ladies. I'm gonna be honest with you, and all men watching this can agree. When men like you, it's gonna happen in a few weeks, all right? And it's the same for situationships. When men start talking about how they need to be in a better mental state and how they need to think things through and how they need this and that, they're just playing you. They have no interest in you, right? When men see a woman they like, they commit because they know that they might lose her, you know? So it's that simple. Stop overthinking it. If he doesn't commit shortly in maybe a relationship, I'm not talking about getting married in 2 weeks, or I'm just saying commitment of any sort. He just simply doesn't like you that much. Please keep in mind, I'm not a flashy woman who requires a giant rock. I will be thrilled to receive one of those $20 silicone bands on Amazon. I've been vocal about this. I just need to know it from an outside perspective. This seems fishy. Am I overthinking it? I just feel like if I've had your child and we've been together for over 3 years, what's left to prove? Sad emoji. So, the sad emoji. Anyway, let's not get distracted. I feel like this man is honestly missing out, right? This woman is first off in a 3-year relationship with you. Second off, she had a child at 26 that by today's standards is incredible. Most women want to follow careers and whatever not. And oh, no child until I'm 37. So I think this woman is family oriented. Also, she's not a gold digger. She really doesn't care if you give her a $20 silicone, ring. So, my man, why are you wasting a good woman? You know, ironically enough, guys, this woman that we read about here is the woman that this guy needs from the previous story. All right, this guy will work his behind off and save for 2 months and then propose to this woman, and she would value it. Yet, this woman, guys, she didn't choose the right man. Now, maybe this man, he seemed like a green flag, but after 3 years, he hasn't committed to you, and you being, let's suppose, a good woman that doesn't have a large body count and is family oriented. I mean, and this is why, gentlemen, women should not, cross the boundaries. They should not put, the cart in front of the horse. If only, guys, there was, maybe a contract between 2 people that bounds them together, so when they have children, they can feel at ease that the other person is not going to walk out. If only, guys, there was a contract that bound 2 people together. And you're going to tell me, oh, Hidan, why are you advising for marriage? You know the statistics. Yes, I know them, guys. But statistics are to warn you about the general population. Statistics are not there to dictate your life. So in the same way, statistically speaking, most people in society are morons and imbeciles, and they are bad people. Now, if I had children, I can assure you, my children are not going to be morons. I can tell you that, I know it. So it's the same for marriage. Yes, statistically speaking, most women are harpies that want to rob you of your money. But if you marry the right woman, and this right woman marries the right guy, you're not part of that statistic. In the same way that your children with this right woman are not going to be morons, because you're going to educate them properly. So we have a good woman here, but she's put the cart in front of the horse. Oh, now you have a kid with this man, yet he hasn't proposed to you. Well, what if tomorrow he walks out? What if he tomorrow cheats on you? And now you have a kid. Congratulations, you're a single mother. Which I'm not saying that if you get married, they'll never cheat on you, all right? I'm just saying that for thousands of years, we as humanity have been doing certain steps in a certain order. First, there is the courtship period. You get to know the other person. Do you like each other or not? Then you make some sort of commitment, like maybe get into a relationship. Then you propose. Then you marry. And then you're supposed to be together till death do us part. But nowadays, guys, we have situationships and talking stages and getting to know each other. And we've been seeing each other. And I've been getting pumped and dumped by 15 guys who never committed. Oh, now I have a baby with one man who hasn't even proposed to me yet. Well, this is what happens when you change the order. Humanity has been prospering and striving for thousands of years with a certain order, but now we are so modern and we are so wise that we know better. Well, there you have it. But gentlemen, what do you think about this article story? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.